To call this meeting to order. And if you don't mind, we'll have Dr. Barnett lead us in the invocation and Alderman Tillis in the pledge.
Let's pray. Well, Father, we thank you for a beautiful day here in Ocean Springs today. Thank you for the opportunity to gather together and take care of city business. I pray for our aldermen and their families. Ask you to bless them and keep them. May they be granted wisdom, Lord, to do their duty. Lord, may the citizens be diligent. And Lord, may we make progress toward a better place to live as we're blessed as it is. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I want to announce that all aldermen are present and we have nobody absent today.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Amended agenda, please.
Amended agenda.
I have a motion by Alderman Blackman, second by Alderman Hinton. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have a presentation this evening by Ms. Julia Weaver and Melanie Allen on our tree canopy renewal project.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for allowing us to update you, the mayor, board of aldermen, city officials, and the public about the progress we are making on the Ocean Springs tree canopy renewal project. Many of you know that Melanie and I launched this project in 2024 under the auspices of the Historic Ocean Springs Association. Slide 2. That's where we are, yeah. So I wanted to talk to you, the city, today because we are going to need your support and your involvement if we're going to be successful. The purpose of the project is to protect and expand the Ocean Springs tree canopy. In the past year, we've conducted 2 aerial surveys of the tree canopy, the original borders of the city and the annex borders, established partnerships with the city and community organizations, applied for grants, and have assisted in mapping opportunities to plant live oaks on public property as part of the 200 Trees project. Slide 3. So our goal is to achieve 50% coverage of the tree canopy in every neighborhood over the next 10 years. Why 50%? Cities in the southeast can achieve between 40 and 60% coverage because of our long growing season and abundant rainfall. We believe that 50% is a realistic goal, but if you guys want to shoot for 60, that would be fantastic. This project is about sustainable, long-term planting, and maintaining trees in partnership with public and private property owners. We want to provide information about and access to a variety of native trees that would be a good match for every property owner's goals. Evergreens, deciduous, large, small, storm-resistant, different quality of soils, conditions, etc. One thing that working on this project has taught me is that having beautiful, shady, tree-lined streets is not guaranteed. We have to choose that for our future. One reason we need to be proactive about planning and planting trees is storms. Next slide, please. So we wanted to show you these slides. It's hard to see, but this is 2004 before what? Katrina. Okay, the next one is, look at that. Can you go back to 2004? Okay, 2006, yeah. And then 2022, the next one. Now, I am not a geospatial expert, so I'm not sure that what time of year each one of these maps, aerial photographs. So I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression. But whatever time of year, we're losing from development, the age of trees, storms, utility conflicts. And one reason why this project is not about live oaks specifically is disease. If we have a pest or a blight that affects our live oaks, and that's the only tree that we've invested in, we're gonna be really sorry that we did that. So I want to propose that we look across all the native trees that grow well here and keep those things in mind, that there are trees for very small lots that would be great. Trees, if your insurance company is hassling you about something hanging over your eaves, that there's a tree that's light, that's storm resistant, that's very small, that would be appropriate for your space. All these activities are completely voluntary. There's not going to be any kind of rules that say you need to plant a tree, but if you wanted to, we wanted to provide information and good quality trees. So, slide 8. So where we are now, so using software through the U.S. Forest Service, I conducted an aerial tree survey of the city. I hope you can read that. 40% trees and shrubs, 20% grass, 21% impervious surfaces, that's both buildings and roads and parking lots, driveways, 12% water or marsh, 7% soil bare ground. That's, if something's under construction or the right of way around the railroad, not a ton of that. So that's great. 40% tree canopy is not difficult to get to 50%. But that's not evenly distributed because this figure includes Gulf Islands National Seashore, leafy downtown streets, and forested undeveloped properties, parcels. Our newer neighborhoods do not reach 40%. Next slide, please. So we know Ocean Springs likes its trees, but why are they so important? They help define and preserve our city's character and identity, which helps us stand out as a magnet for people to move to or visit. Next slide. Trees are part of our core infrastructure that helps Ocean Springs work. Talked about this, many of you. And environmental benefits. Air quality improvement. One thing that I'm really impressed by this time of year is reducing urban heat. The difference between a shady yard and the grocery store parking lot is enough to just knock you off your feet. Next slide, please. You all know this. Our trees also increase our property values, makes us feel better, and it increases outdoor activity and outdoor recreation. Next slide. So we lose trees every year. We lose them to storms and development and age and disease. So we have to plant and we have to replant. Slide 15. So we are looking forward to working with all of you to achieve our goal of 50% tree coverage, especially in East Ocean Springs and the newer neighborhoods. And as the newly annexed areas are developed, that we have good policies for that. And I'm going to turn it over to Melanie to discuss how we can work together. Thank you.
Good evening. The challenge we face as supporters of the Ocean Springs Tree Canopy Renewal Project is this. How do we progress from where we are to where we want to be? And if we're seriously committed to achieving a healthy and growing tree canopy across the community, what specific steps do we take? We must maintain and grow the tree canopy as part of the city's infrastructure. Our tree canopy should be included in any comprehensive plan that's adopted by the city. Our trees make up a huge part of the natural capital of Ocean Springs. Capital is value. That natural capital, we should be recognizing and respecting its value in all our planning. The steps we're recommending are, as Julia said, use technology and aerial imaging and have a comprehensive tree inventory performed. This will provide baseline data and will give us an overall picture of the health of the Ocean Springs tree canopy. The data will tell us where the trees are and where they're not. It will provide information on the distribution of trees and the species prevalence. The inventory will also provide information on where hotspots are in Ocean Springs, where trees might be considered to mitigate extreme heat. We need to engage our citizens and the public and private property owners. We need to develop, I should say, we hope will develop and implement ongoing tree planting and maintenance plan for the entire community. We want to constantly analyze the return on the investment that we make as we perform this project. There has to be return on investment. And we should be able to use data to tell us how these trees assist us in the mitigation of extreme heat, or in stormwater management, in air quality control, in soil erosion, and in the habitats for our native wildlife. In short, we hope to see a plan that's developed that is proactive in managing our trees and not reactive. So to accomplish these goals, we know we need a partnership of many. The Historic Ocean Springs Association has already endorsed this effort, and we want to say thank you. President of Jose, Randy Hagan, is here to show support for this project. We appreciate that. The members of the Ocean Springs Environmental Alliance have also backed our plan. Hank Zuber has endorsed our efforts, and he's brought Hancock Whitney Bank to the table. As Wade told us earlier this evening, and Patty as well, that the Mississippi State Forestry Commission has funds that will help us pay for the tree inventory. When we were writing grants last year, we were not aware that money was available, and we're grateful that Wade found that for us. We also know that there are funds available in the city's Eflin Connor Tree Fund. And Patty and I are trying to estimate, we think there's probably about $70,000 in that. Doesn't need to be used all at once, but it's available to make this plan a reality. And Hank Zuber's pledged to help us with funds for live oak trees for Ocean Springs. So to get started, we ask that the city follow through on the existing care plan for the 72 trees on Washington that go from the railroad to Porter. That plan was contracted by the city in 2017 and presented to the board at that time. I don't know what went on with it or not, but we know that there is time for a redo and to revisit that plan. The city put out a contract earlier this year, I think it was, or late last year, and they had another health assessment update done on those same trees. And Patty has some prices for the cost that we've gotten from Fulton's to take care of what we identified in 2017 as needs of those iconic trees on Washington. Last year, the city announced a 200 trees project. We worked with Public Works, and we worked with Alan in Public Works. We worked with Stephen in Parks and Rec to identify locations on public properties where trees could benefit. We worked with Hank Zuber and Brent Farley of Hancock Whitney Bank. And we looked at locations where they would like to see trees, public locations. The trees and the schedule did not make it available for trees to be planted this year, because when it's warm, you can't put trees in the ground even though you intend to. And really, beginning of March is like a cutoff, middle of March, for when we'd like to get planting done. But Hancock Whitney has offered and pledged to reimburse us for the first 60 trees that go in the ground. These are good-sized trees. These are not bare root trees. These are good-sized trees. And all the rope and the wood needed to stake them, and the water bags. So we really appreciate Hancock Whitney coming to the table and we thank Hank for getting us connected with them. We encourage you all to develop and implement policies that will protect the heritage trees in our community, but have ordinances and policies that are enforceable and reasonable. We encourage citizen input in your decision-making process, as well as input from all local tree professionals and arborists. We would like to see data used in our decision-making about the management and future of our tree canopy, make our decisions objective and fact-based. So planting trees today, we all know, is an investment in the future, and it should provide benefits for generations to come. We know that there are compromises to make at times when progress and development bump heads. By maintaining a healthy Ocean Springs tree canopy today, and by utilizing a data-driven action and management plan in force, we can establish a balance between our natural capital and our man-made capital for the benefit of Ocean Springs. Julia and I look forward to working with you to accomplish these goals, and thank you for listening this evening.
Ms. Melanie and Ms. Julia, thank y'all very much. And I want to say I met with both of you, and I really appreciate the fact that this is a 200 tree project, but y'all aren't just trying to run in here with 200 trees and plant them anywhere and everywhere. Y'all are actually looking at each and every spot to plant these trees, because that's one of my pet peeves is let's not put trees over utility line or over utilities in the ground or under power lines, because they're going to have to be cut. I mean, there's no doubt that it's just going to happen, or it's going to damage utilities in the ground. But my meeting with you all, I realized real quick that you weren't just going to go throw them out anywhere. You're strategically looking, and we're also discussing where they will actually be part of the GIS mapping. So thank you all very much, and thank you for being strategic with the planting of these trees. When, and I know it, one thing time-wise, you know, you couldn't get them all in, but just thank you for really putting the time and thought behind that. We have some recognitions tonight for employment and years of service. And I want to start with, we've got 5 years of service for firefighter Mr. Joshua Brown.
Mayor, can you all turn the sound up a little, please?
Yeah. Well, I'll speak loud because I don't have a microphone over here. Congratulations, Mr. Brown. Thank you for your service to the city of Ocean Springs.
Thank you so much. That's what I thought.
Thank you. We also have 5 years of service from Police Sergeant. Says, I gave you the wrong one there. Did I get the wrong one? You're gonna be a firefighter? All right, so you're gonna be Joshua and he's Charles Smith. Sorry about that, Josh. You might need to retake that picture. That was really good. Somebody blow up the seat. Sorry about that. All right, now we'll move on to Police Sergeant Mr. Trey Smith for 5 years of service to the city of Ocean Springs. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now, Mr. Mike Hale. We have 10 years of service, and Mr. Mike is responsible for the flowers that are out there blooming today. And the plants. We're trying. Thank you very much, Mike, sir. We got 15 years of service to our police lieutenant, Mr. Josh Fox.
He is on vacation.
He is on vacation.
On the beach. So we'll take
You
that.
want to take that for him?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We Mr. Gerald Weskovich. He's not here. Mr. Gerald put in 30 years of service to the city of Ocean Springs. Follow that up, we have and I hate to say this, I gotta grab my glasses, we have a proclamation honoring our city clerk that has been with us for 22 years. Miss Patty, would you come down here? Miss Patty Gaston, she's kind of our historian along with city clerk. She keeps us all in line and keeps us straight. Whereas Patty Gaston is retiring as the city clerk of the city of Ocean Springs after a long and distinguished career in public service, which began with 16 years of dedicated service to the city of Stuttgart, Arkansas. She often says that she grew up in City Hall, an experience that laid the foundation for her lifelong commitment to municipal government. And whereas she has served the city of Ocean Springs for more than 2 decades of exceptional public service, beginning employment on December 2nd, 2002 as the payroll clerk. She later assumed additional responsibilities as deputy city clerk in 2005, and through her hard work and leadership was promoted to city clerk in 2018. And whereas throughout her tenure, she has been a fearless leader, a connector, a problem solver, a trusted colleague, and a steady source of support for staff, elected officials, and the public. Her leadership has been especially evident during storm recovery efforts, working closely with MEMA and FEMA to secure significant reimbursement funds for the city through her persistent and deep understanding of complex government processes. And whereas her retirement marks the close of an extraordinary career defined by dedication, loyalty, and heart, she leaves behind a legacy of excellence and will be deeply missed by her colleagues, city leadership, and the Ocean Springs community. Now, therefore, I, Bobby Cox, Mayor of the City of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, do hereby extend our congratulations to Patty Gaston upon her retirement and commend her for her many years of dedicated service to the City of Ocean Springs on this day, the 15th day of July, 2025.
I've not made everybody happy, but I assure you always tried to do what's the best for the city. And I tried to, they make everybody happy, but I did do my best. And it has been a pleasure to be a part of Ocean Springs. You have the most beautiful city, without hands down. I appreciate it, Bob, and I only want the best for you all. So, I've got a great replacement. You all be very happy. She's wonderful. And I'm very happy, because I couldn't have left it if I didn't think that the next person could take it and be good to you all and be good to the staff. She's wonderful.
What's her name?
That's Christine. That's why I pronounced the last name wrong, so I'm not going to say that.
Now you get to enjoy the grandkids. So, since Mr. Paul asked what's her name, Miss Christine Millard is our new city clerk for the city of Ocean Springs, and I hope I pronounced it right. Did I do it right?
Yes,
So,
Good to be here, everybody.
she started with us this week. Okay. We move on to agenda public comment. The public is invited to address the board for up to 5 minutes each, for a maximum period of 30 minutes, only regarding the issues on the agenda. Do we have anybody that would like to speak? Mr. Bill?
I'm Bill Batterton, I live in Ward 1. Ordinances. I'm gonna talk code enforcement is the one I'm gonna pick on here.
What agenda item are you speaking on?
Code report.
Code report?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead into that. Ordinances, what y'all use to govern with. The department heads use to do daily work. Give assignment, make it happen. We as citizens have to follow those ordinances. Privilege living in the city. And you conduct your business with the city. You know, water department, building department, all these different departments we judge with. We have to follow something. If these ordinances are so out of date, or being told, well, that's the way we always did it. That's the way we always did it. That's just the ordinance. We're going to do it this way. How can you conduct your business? Now, chapter 20 of the ordinances, garbage. Took me 4 years to get it rewritten. Okay? October, it was voted on. Some of y'all were here. Okay? Not being enforced. Within that ordinance, there's length, bottom size, weights, other sizes, other parameters of what the city will pick up. So what are we doing? We got trucks running all over the city with bucket trucks just picking up anything. A row of trees in front of a house. Gone. I got these dropped on in an office in City Hall, and I pretty well got accosted because I brought it up about a tree that got down in the storm. I didn't know it went down in the storm. I got pretty well beat up over it. But there's emergency things that have to be addressed. Need to be in the ordinance. Okay? The one I'm going to talk about is Monticello Woods, where it's trading lumber fence, cut up in sections, put on the side of the road. Citizen was told we don't do treated lumber. They've been treated lumber throughout the city for how many years now? Oh, we don't pick up treated lumber. They do.
She is not able to serve.
Because the ordinance says you do. You find out how it is. Not to be collected. Lays it out pretty easy, what's not gonna be collected, and that's all the stuff of the contractors. That's all the building debris. If you rehab the inside of your house, you did it. You put it in the curb. That's your responsibility. If you had a contractor do your work, guess who's responsible? Contractor, not the city, come along and pick it all up. But they do. They do it all the time. Okay? And it talks about plaster and all this stuff and wood and stuff. It's in here, it talks about wood, and it gives you parameters of the size of the wood cutting, how it has to be, and how tall the pile is. It's not hard. It's not hard. I challenge each one of you up here on the panel, educate yourself on these ordinances, especially chapter 20 and the vicious dog ordinance. Verse 2, homework. Okay? Citizens, I challenge you to get into the ordinances. If they don't make sense, get a hold of your alderman. Hey, this is way out of date. This is out of whack. We need to fix this. Okay? I do it all the time, don't I, Bobby? Some of y'all know it.
You studied it.
Okay? These department heads need to be educated. They have to train their people. Follow these ordinances. It's okay to get out of the pickup truck, knock on the door and say, do you have a building permit to rehab your kitchen? You're gonna have to dispose of that. Or, do you have a contractor cut your tree down? I did. Get your contractor to remove the debris, the tree. Public Works is not gonna pick it up. We will save time, money, budget, and equipment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Bill.
Helen Holbrook, to the same subject, same topic on the
agenda. I submitted a proposal for free services by 4 or 5 attorneys who had volunteered their time. One of the areas that I brought up that ended up somehow on Facebook, because it was leaked, was that we would review all the ordinances, because there are many that have been updated and haven't been actually put on the website, so you can see it. Or they conflict with one another, or they're unconstitutional, or a bunch of reasons that they're not enforced, or that people don't know how to enforce them that work for the city. So I said in my proposal, which was placed on Facebook, that I wanted to do that, get one of the attorneys for free to go through and review those, and then submit the changes to this board so that they could clean this up. I mean, one attorney can't possibly do all the work that has been sitting derelict for decades. They literally haven't been cleaned up and updated from what I can tell since 1972, because I see 1972 ordinances that have been outdated and talks about change pages to the binder and such that, and we're in electronic means now. The bottom line was, I also said that there needed to be training with each department on these ordinances and processes put in place so that the ordinances could be actually followed by the department heads and the employees that work for the department heads. And then that way there would be no lawsuits, because everybody would be doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a matter of getting the law straight, getting it organized, and then putting it on the website so people can see it and understand it. Training the people so they know what they're supposed to be doing. And then you put processes in place to document what they say they're going to do. Then once a year, you audit them internally, not by some auditor that comes in, but just some internal person that can go through the process and see, are you doing what you say you're going to be doing? And if not, you say, does the process need to be changed to reflect what you're doing? Because maybe that's better. And if not, if they're not doing it, then maybe you ask them why you're not doing it the correct way. And you fix that. That's called, it's a standard that they use in the industry to make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing and correctly. And in 40 years of me being in the business of aerospace, I never once was involved in one lawsuit other than an agreed upon divorce of decades ago. So you will not see my name on any lawsuit. And it's because when you say you're going to do something, you do it, and you define it, and you train everyone. The city is lacking in that. You've got a lot of great people who are dedicated, who love their job. They just need definition of what the job is and what they're expected to do and be valued. And I also will say, these certificates that are given out every 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, that you read them out, that's 1990. I mean, people want to be valued in their job. They don't even want to come to these ceremonies. I'm sorry to say that. A lot of people don't. They just want to be paid well and be valued in their job every day, not just every 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anybody else like to address the board? No? Okay, we'll move on to old business. We have authorization for parking garage evaluation on 1515 Government Street. Dave, anything you want to add to that?
The Mississippi procurement statutes require anytime a city's going to procure property even by lease that a property evaluation has to be done to determine the fair market value of the property. That's contained in Mississippi Code 4337-3B. So the purpose of this authorization is for evaluation of the parking garage lease that's been proposed, but we have to have an appraisal in order to evaluate the value.
So do we have a motion to authorize Global Valuation Services to proceed with the fair market valuation of the parking garage at 1515 Government Street at a cost not to exceed $2,000?
So moved.
Got a motion? Second. And a second. Motion by Alderman Hinton, second by Alderman Wade. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion passes. We've got appoint a CTA representative.
I have a motion to appoint Joey Bellman as City Coast Transit Authority representative to be completed the remainder of the previous representative's term, July 31st, 2026.
Okay, we got a motion by Alderman Wade, a second by Alderman Tillis. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
We
Okay.
have some sound back here, please.
Can we turn that up?
Except all the way.
That's it. I'm trying to speak up, man. I'm sorry.
You gotta talk into
Gotta
the
talk, I
microphone.
gotta get right up to the mic. All right, the motion passes.
Pfeiffer and Blackman. Do you want to read these other appointments?
Okay,
We got while we're on this, Bobby?
well, if we want to go ahead and appoint the other boards and commissions right now, that's fine, yeah. You want me to,
Right.
you got it?
I'll, I guess everybody's votes have been tallied, so I'll make a motion for the 2 vacant spots on the ZAB board to go to David Hayden and Lethal Bowden.
Terms expiring.
Terms expire 3 years, July 31st, 2028. That's my motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Got a second by Alderman Hinton. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? How's that?
All right, motion to appoint 3 members to the Historic Planning Commission, 4-year terms expiring July 31st, 2029. Robert Brown, Charles Fowler, and Susan Wooten.
Okay, we got a motion.
Second.
Second by Alderman Wade. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? How's that?
Motion to appoint 3 members to Parks Advisory Board for 5-year terms expiring July 31st, 2030. Dylan Libby, Shannon Cincinnati, Tara Thompson.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Hinton. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Motion to appoint 3 members to the Library Board, 5-year terms expiring July 31st, 2030. Allison Creel, Yvette Clark, and Stephanie Farrell.
We got a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Pfeiffer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, we got all our boards and commissions filled then, huh? Except for one? Yep. Okay, on to new business, adopt a resolution authorizing bank signatories. Is there a motion to adopt a resolution?
So moved.
We got a motion by Alderman Blackman, second by Alderman Stennis. Roll call.
Aye.
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 Okay. Adopt an order ratifying a motion that was missed at the special call meeting July 7th, 2025. Is there a motion to adopt order ratifying? Motion to be? That's what it says here. Okay. We need a motion to adopt ratifying a motion that was missed on the special call meeting.
So moved, Mayor.
I got a motion?
Second.
Second by Alderman Hinton. Roll call.
Aye.
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 All right, motion approved. Okay, does anyone have anything to remove, pull from the consent agenda? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the consent?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wade,
Second.
second by Alderman Stennis. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Department report. We have a motion to approve payment docket of claims,
So moved.
Amended.
Amended.
amended docket of claims. Got a motion by Alderman Hinton,
Second.
second by Alderman Wade. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope. All right. We got a added payout for lane construction.
That was added to the.
That was
That was the
that was your
amendment.
amendment?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry.
And city clerk, authorize the adjustments of the water and sewer accounts due to the finding that the customers did not receive the benefit of the utility and the excess usage was due to unforeseen circumstances.
We'll make a motion to authorize sewer adjustments.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second by Alderman Blackman. All in favor? All opposed? Okay. We have general public comment. Anybody'd like to address the board for up to 5 minutes, a maximum of 30 minutes. Please identify yourself before speaking. Anybody else? Bill, you want to? Yeah. Mr. Lewis? Whichever. Go ahead, Mr. Bill.
Bill Betterton, Ward 1. Two things caught my attention in the packet this week. Two things. First one, the police report. Of all those calls that totaled up for all the different categories, I know why you don't see police now. They're on call somewhere. Don't call. Some serious and take up more than one, maybe 2 or 3. But, that said, the chief needs your help in providing more patrolmen for each shift. We annexed this new area up here, 3 new police. This city has gotten larger in the police force and probably the fire department that we could provide the service to today. Okay? So, the challenge is on y'all. Okay? The past created this mess, the future is you. Okay? But with that in mind, you know, the payroll distribution sheet, $14,000 worth of overtime for 2 weeks. $14,000 in overtime. Start adding that month by month. Chief, there's you some patrolmen right there.
Anybody else like to address the board? Come on up, Mr. James.
Good evening, James Lewis, Ward 5. I stand before you with the same question I had last month on the Davis and Heron Bayou on the report from the state. Have we received that report that goes back in? The reason why I ask this again is because that right now there's a storm that's getting ready to cross the Gulf. And we know what the situation was with Hanshaw. We don't know what the situation is with Heron or Davis Bayou because we have good piling that's up under there. And since they throw that into the city's lap, the state said, okay, it's our responsibility, then we need to get that report. I don't know where we are on that. That's very important because I cross both of those bridges every day. And if we have a storm to come through and those 2 bridges got messed up, we would really be in a pickle trying to go the pickle around.
I don't want to take up your time, Mr. James, but we are addressing that. We actually had a conversation about that today. We will be working closely with the county, reviewing those, and we're hopefully, you never know what happens, but hopefully we won't get caught in the situation we were in.
Okay. Also, and I talked to Alan on this already. You got 3 pine trees that's there on Knapp Road. And the roots are out at least 3 feet out in the road. And when you're coming north, the only reason that you don't mess around and mess up your vehicle is that you notice it's there and you slow down. But a person is coming down that street, not paying attention to what they're doing, either on a cell phone or listening to music, and that could be an accident that could happen at any time. And I don't know if anybody had got the front alignment lately, but that's about $250. You can keep going across that. Then that's a serious situation that we need to go back and try to get that fixed. I don't know how we're going to fix it. And I do thank you for your hospitality.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You know, making a joke out of it, but I call those speed control devices. Those bumps in the road, they're potholes, but that don't take me serious.
I don't.
All right, we're at Mayor and Alderman's Forum. Mr. Tillis, you want to go first?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for all of the citizens for volunteering for all of the different boards and commission we have. You'll be putting in a lot of work, and just let you know that we appreciate you putting the time in. And then I don't know if anybody's noticed it, but we listen to the citizens, and we want to be able to hear you. And so we moved the 3-minute time, up to 5 minutes, and that was supported by the whole board. I think Bobby made the recommendation, and Matthew supported it, I supported it, and the whole board supported it. So we want to let you know we're listening. All right, so we appreciate what you have to say. And then I think we need to look at what's going on the Ocean Springs Road. The speed limit right now is 25. I think we can talk about it here in the future. I'm thinking we need to move it up to 30 miles per hour to kind of move the traffic along. I know it's a golf cart route, but I think that we could probably do a little bit better there. So I look forward to kind of hearing everybody's input on that. And then also another thing that, we had talked about in the past that we need to look at is going to be our short-term rentals. And I'm going to be in favor of dropping that amount down as time goes by. There's no way we can take it away from the citizens that have already applied for the permit, but I think that we can do a better job in dropping that amount as time goes by. So it's just something I want to let you know we're going to be looking into. And if you've got any kind of input in the near future, we'd love to hear it. And that's all I've got.
Thank you, Steve.
I don't have much from Ward 2. I just ask that our citizens be as patient as they can. We've had a lot of boards to fill, a lot of positions to fill, and I'm ready, now that that's done, to get down to some good city business and take care of some things that have needed to be taken care of.
Okay, Mr. Wade?
I have two things. One is a motion to request assistance from the county with funding for refurbishing the old police station to include a new roof or repair, along with an HVAC and other repairs that are needed.
Second.
Got a motion, Alderman Wade, second by Alderman Tillis. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all opposed? Ayes have it.
And the second thing is Cynthia just reminded us that we have breakfast with the mayor in the morning at 8 o'clock. At Four Bulls, yeah. That's it.
All right. Ms. Pfeiffer?
I don't have anything.
Mr. Blackman?
Trying to find a date, but I can't find it. Sand River Healthcare Academy grand opening.
August
You know the date on that?
August 14th. Is that right?
I got an email, but it does not have a date, so
Okay, right here, let me see.
a good event to support that facility.
August 14th.
August 14th, 4:30. Everybody should come out to that very nice facility that our hospital system has invested in to train their nursing staffs in-house. So very welcome addition to Ward 5. That's all I have there.
That's a good addition. Thank you. Ms. Messenger?
I don't have anything for Ward 6.
Yeah, Mr. Henn?
I have nothing. Thank you.
Well, I'm just going to reiterate, we've got us pretty much a new board. We got Alderman Blackman, Alderman Wade back. I think we're transitioning rather nicely. It's a lot, I'm gonna tell you what. It's like Grand Central Station and those front doors here in City Hall. We've got a fairly new police chief and fairly new fire chief and brand new city clerk. So we still have a couple positions to fill, and I thank everyone for working with us and having patience. I think, Mr. Bill, you hit on a couple things that I would like to get in place. I won't ask for a motion tonight because I think we still need to determine exactly how we want to set it up, but I would like to get a ordinance review group and possibly a UDC review group together to help. So that, I think that's something in the future we'll work with as soon as we get our positions filled and we get our feet under us. So that's all I have. We do have executive session. If I can get a motion to go into.
Make a motion to go to closed session to determine the need for an executive session.
Second.
Got a motion and a second by Alderman Wade. All in favor?
Mayor, and a quick correction, this email says August 14th at 11. I'm saying we were cafeteria.
Okay, is everyone ready? Okay. Motion made by Hinton, sorry y'all, seconded by Wade, to stay in executive session to discuss personnel and planning department, personnel in the clerk's office, potential litigation, Rosenberg litigation, and contractual negotiation.